Hi again, this is Patrick Kurowski from MarketKeep. Thanks again for taking some time to watch this video segment. We are excited to help you understand social media and the impact it can have on your school. Again, MarketKeep helps our clients to plan, place, and optimize their marketing strategies. Essentially, we are a marketing assistant for our clients. As we mentioned in our presentation, we are currently working with the Archdiocese of Baltimore to help advancement directors properly maintain their social media channels, as well as to start thinking to the future about how they can continue to grow and expand their social media presence. If you would like to get in touch with us further, our contact information is listed here, and you can also download our contact information at the end of this video, or find it in the description below. So with that in mind, let's dive into the presentation. So our presentation is titled Social Media, Building a Community Online. Here we are going to show you what social media accounts you should have, creating your identity online, and also give you a live demonstration of 4 examples you would typically see in the role as an advancement director. But first, let's start with social media, building a community online. There are 2 essential items you would want to focus on. The first is making sure that you are sharing content that is relevant with your target audience. The second item you would want to focus on is making sure to connect with your target audience on the platforms that matter most to them. So let's take a look at what social media platforms do exist. Here are the top 6 social media platforms that exist today. Going left to right, you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, and Google+. Depending on whether or not you are a high school, you should take a look at Snapchat carefully. Snapchat would be a terrific platform to show a day in the life of your students and the activities that they would do on a daily basis. YouTube is also a great place to store your videos about the school, highlight specific teachers and their academic programs, and any other quick 1 to 2 minute videos you may have. Google Plus is really there for an SEO perspective. It really helps you to kind of have another website or social media tool linking back to your school. So we always recommend setting a profile up, but not doing much of anything else with it. But for the sake of this presentation, we are going to focus on the top 3, and those are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The reason being is that these are the top 3 social media platforms to reach parents on. Take, for instance, Facebook. Facebook is the largest social media platform in existence today with over 1.6 billion active users. It certainly has the most engagement and visibility on a daily basis. Taking a closer look at Facebook, you will begin to notice that actually 75% of men who do go online have a Facebook account, while 83% of women online have a Facebook account. The reason we show you this information is because we want you to understand that Facebook is the best place to post information that can resonate with your pre-K parents as well as your 8th grade parents. So items you could include could be open houses, general messages about the school, and any events you may be running. With that being said, if you're interested in reaching a younger audience and developing that audience, your best bet is to look at Instagram in particular. Even though Instagram is the 2nd largest social media platform in existence, it only has about 600 million active users. Only, right? What makes Instagram so special, though, is that it skews to a younger audience and is a much more engaged audience as well. In fact, a person is 10 times more likely to engage with your post on Instagram than they are on Facebook. Take, for instance, that only 26% of men online have an Instagram account, and about 38% of women online have an Instagram account. Although those are relatively smaller numbers compared to Facebook, again, this is a much more engaged audience. So what's the benefit to having an Instagram account? Well, it means you're reaching a younger audience and you're developing that particular message for pre-K parents as well as 3rd grade parents. Finally, there's Twitter. To be honest, Twitter should be used sparingly and only for news announcements. Engagement with the Twitter is declining on a daily basis, and it's actually shifting towards a news outlet anyway. So for us, we say Twitter should only be used as a news outlet for your school. The reason being, about 24% of men online have a Twitter account, and about 25% of women online have a Twitter account. Therefore, Twitter should only be used as a news outlet for your school, such as school's closings, the third grade has a dress down today, and maybe you're just highlighting to say the bus leaves for Hershey Park at 8:15 in the morning. Now that we got the numbers out of the way, let's talk about social media and how you can build your community around it. So social media, how do you build a community? One quote that we really like here at MarketKeep is that the strength of your social media is determined by the strength of your content. And I think that is so true. Unless you are producing content on a consistent basis, chances are you're going to be developing a great community. Remember, social media is a two-way street. The more you share and engage with your audience, the more they are willing to participate with you. So when building great content, focus on these questions that we've developed here at MarketKeep. What are you promoting? What are your goals? Who is your target audience? What can your audience do with this post? Are you planning for each network? Is it a long-term goal or a short-term goal? And finally, have you identified these influencers? These questions should help you create a social media post that will lead to engagement with your audience and hopefully an opportunity to carry on the conversation with them in person. Now that we have identified which social media platforms you should focus on and started you on the path to developing a strong community online, let's take a closer look at 4 separate examples that can help you start creating the perfect social media post. So before we begin, let's introduce MarketKeep's own school, St. Patrick and Charles. St. Patrick and Charles has an open house Friday, May 5th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. Our open house is for all grades at the school, which is pre-K through 8th grade, and our daily budget is $20. Now I know the urge right now is to create a great social media post and get this thing out as quickly as you can, but I'm telling you, you are going to have to fight that urge. First, take a closer look at the enrollment of your current 2016 and 2017 school year and see where the gaps are for your 2017-2018 school year. I can tell you that with St. Patrick and Charles, right now we still have 4 slots available in our kindergarten class, 2 in our 3rd grade class, and 10 in our 6th grade class because we lose some to the high schools in the area with middle school programs. So based on this information, we are going to create 4 separate ads for our open house. Now before we begin crafting our post for example number 1, which again is for the open house, let's revisit these questions. What are you promoting? What are your goals? Who is your target audience? What can your audience do with your post? Are you planning for each network? Is it a long-term goal or a short-term goal? And have you identified your influencers? The 2 biggest things that I want to consider for planning an open house are the questions, what can your audience do with your post, and are you planning for each network? So based on the information that we provided, here is what we're going to do. We're going to separate ourselves into 4 different ads. First, we're going to have one that's targeting 6th grade families. The reason being is because we specifically want to reach out to them because we have slots available. In fact, we have 10 slots available. So instead of just having an account where we have a message that's going to everybody from pre-K to 8th grade, let's focus on the areas that we need to improve the most. So since we have $20, we can allocate some money towards the 6th grade families. So this is the post that we would create for them. We're also going to be targeting 3rd grade families. Again, we have some slots available in our 3rd grade classroom, so let's take an opportunity to reach rising 3rd grade parents. Finally, we're going to target our kindergarten families because this is always where we can develop a new enrollment cycle. So we're going to have an ad specifically talking about our kindergarten program and what makes it matter most. Take a look at the ads themselves and start looking at the photographs in particular. When you're creating ads, make sure that they are relevant to the parent and they're relevant to the age group that their child is in. As you notice with our kindergarten families, we're really trying to highlight kindergarten age students. Now, in order to create a really targeted Facebook ad, we actually are going to have to go into our Facebook account. So as you log into Facebook, you want to scroll over to your Facebook Ads Manager. The way you get to that is again by clicking on the down arrow, going down to Manage Ads, and opening your ads manager. If you're running ads, you will be able to see them down here, but this is really the dashboard. So when creating an ad, always go to the top right corner and select Create an Ad. If you're just starting out, you'll notice that Facebook is going to ask you the question, what is your marketing objective? You'll have 3 different silos for this to happen. You can have an awareness-based ad, you can have a consideration-based ad, and finally a conversion-based ad. What it means by that is they're trying to get a better sense as to, are you really looking to just have a branded message? In that case, we'll probably suggest that you just boost the post. But if you're looking for conversions, you should really focus on consideration and conversions. For an open house, you would always want to select lead generation because you want to start acquiring the people's contact information. So select lead generation. From there, you'll create the campaign name. So in our basis, we'll say open house and hit continue. You'll select the page that you want to have this ad for. In your case, it's always going to be your schools. And then you'll scroll down and start defining your audience. So let's just say we want to focus on people that live in Towson, Maryland. So we'll go ahead and select that. Since St. Patrick and Charles is a new school, we really don't see people coming within a 25-mile radius. So let's go ahead and narrow that down to maybe about 10. There, that's much better. We can finalize the age. So again, since we're looking at 6th grade parents, we'll probably select people from maybe 32 all the way up to about 55. I think that's a pretty good range, if I do say so myself. Here is where it gets interesting. In the detailed targeting, I can actually type in parents with, and I can start to see all the people that I would like. So parents with preteens. And now I can start to define my targeting to parents that have, 12-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, whatever it may be. But I can start to tell Facebook, this is the audience that I would really like to select. I recommend that you play around in the detailed targeting, but this is really where Facebook Ads Manager separates itself from boosting a post or any other type of form of marketing you would like. If you know your audience and you know them well enough, you'll be able to find them through the detailed targeting. As you set your daily budget, you can go ahead and say, all right, for this, I'm going to set a $5 budget. And again, you'll be able to see on the right-hand side the estimated daily reach and then the audience side. Hit continue, and now you'll be able to have the opportunity to choose your format. We always recommend choosing a carousel because it gives you the opportunity to really highlight some different areas of your school. So we always say, have something that's talking about the academics, the admissions process, the faith-based portion of your academic curriculum, and even the extracurricular activities. As you scroll down, you can always add more. You can always take away different ads. So you can have up to about 6. We wouldn't recommend going over that. So that's how you kind of create a Facebook ad, and you would do this for your 6th grade parents, you would do it for your 3rd grade parents and your kindergarten, as well as a general message for the school. So let's jump back into our presentation. Again, with example number 2, we talked about our 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Roseman, and she won Teacher of the Year. So this is going to be our post. We're going to say congratulations to our very own Mrs. Roseman on winning the Teachers Association of Maryland Teacher of the Year Award. What is your favorite memory of her? What we really like about this post is that we're tagging the organization that handed out the award so that they can share it on their social media page as well. So that if they have followers, now you can start to dip into their followers as well and gain awareness that way. You're also engaging your current community by saying, what's your favorite memory of her? So you're trying to get likes and comments and have people engage with your social media. Remember, the goal is to build a community, so always be focused on that. Finally, if you would like to, you can always apply something that would say, hey, check back to our website where you can learn more about our academic standards and our teachers' values. So that way potential parents can kind of take a look at that information. Remember that question? What can your audience always do with this post? And the status is where you would really like to answer that question. Our 3rd example was Mrs. Hooper texts you a photo of our class dissecting frogs. Here's our example. We say, ew, Mrs. Hooper's 6th grade class is starting are off, and we have a STEM month, so we said hashtag SPC STEM month by dissecting frogs in our brand new lab today. Want to learn more about our STEM program? Read it here. Again, example number 4 was St. Patrick and Charles hosts a variety of activities for our parents as well. In fact, we're doing a paint night for parents. So our status was going to be, it's paint night for parents. All proceeds will go towards our boys and girls travel basketball team. $15 now if you buy in advance and $25 at the door. Tag a fellow parent and register now. Again, we included a bit.ly link so parents can register directly, and we included a nice Canva account so that we could say paint night for parents. If you want to learn more about canva.com, we actually have a video devoted to that as well. So you can actually click in the top right corner right now to go directly to that video. Thanks again for viewing our presentation, Social Media, How to Build a Community Online. If you have any further questions, again, you can download our contact information or find it in the description below.